What if I told you that forgetting things could actually make you smarter? I know, it sounds crazy. But your brain isn't broken when you forget where you put your keys or why you walked into the kitchen. It's doing something incredible. It's cleaning house. It's hitting the delete button. And tonight, we're going to explore how forgetting, the very thing we're told is a flaw, may just be one of the brain's smartest features. You ever walk into a room and completely forget why you're there? You're standing in the doorway like, okay, brain, what are we doing? That's not failure. That's your mind doing a quick reset, like refreshing your phone apps in the background. It's called a cognitive dump. Your brain is prioritizing, pushing out clutter so the important stuff can sit. I remember reading about a teacher who constantly beat herself up for forgetting little things, like what day it was or where she put her chalk. But when scientists studied her memory, they found her brain was pruning out the trivial stuff so she could focus on what really mattered: her students' names, their progress, their learning styles. Her forgetfulness wasn't weakness, it was her brain optimizing, making space for what mattered most. Think of your brain like a computer. You only have so much RAM. If every random detail, every parking spot, every grocery receipt stayed forever, your system would crash. Forgetting keeps your mental RAM running smoothly. And the cool part? Neuroscience says this is intentional. Your brain isn't failing. It's prioritizing. It's choosing.
Okay, so basically my brain is Marie Kondoing all day. If it doesn't spark joy, delete. Baby, if I had to remember every man I ghosted, my brain would have shut down years ago.
Milo, but you're not wrong. That's exactly it. The brain knows what to keep and what to let go. So Act 1, the cognitive dump, shows us that forgetfulness isn't failure. It's function. It's your brain protecting you from overload. Next, we'll go deeper into the science, synaptic pruning, and see how the delete button in your brain literally rewires your connections for strength. Because sometimes the smartest thing you can do is forget. Okay, family, so now we move from the everyday stuff into the deep science. Ever heard the phrase, use it or lose it? Well, your brain actually lives by that rule. When you forget, it's not random, it's pruning, like trimming branches off a tree. Your brain is cutting away weak connections so the stronger ones can thrive. Think of your brain like a garden. Synapses are the branches. If you never prune, it gets messy, tangled, heavy. But when you trim the weak ones, the strong branches get more sunlight, more nutrients. That's synaptic pruning. So the memory of that TikTok video you don't need, SMIP. But remembering your mom's phone number, that stays. I read about a college student who panicked because she forgot most of what she crammed the night before an exam. She thought her brain had failed, but nope, her brain was pruning out the fluff, leaving the big concepts. She aced the test, not because she remembered everything, but because her brain knew what to keep. Y'all, forgetting is selective genius.
So basically, my brain is like Beyonce's team. Only the strongest dancers make the tour. If you can't keep up, snip, snip, baby, gone.
Aha, exactly. That's it. Your brain is Beyonce, period. So Act 2 teaches us that your brain isn't just randomly deleting, it's sculpting. It's strengthening. Forgetting is actually sharpening your recall of what matters most. And next, in Act 3, we'll talk about how this process helps your brain shine a spotlight on focus. Because pruning away the noise lets you see the signal. Stick with me, family. We're just getting warmed up. So we've learned that pruning clears out the clutter. But here's the bigger question. What does that make room for? The answer is focus. Your brain doesn't just delete, it sharpens. It creates a spotlight effect. Imagine you're at a party. Music blasting, people talking, clinking glasses, and yet somehow you can zone in on one conversation. That's your brain's mental spotlight at work. It's saying, this matters right now. Everything else, background noise. Forgetting what's unnecessary makes this spotlight even brighter. I think of a mom I met. She had 3 kids, full-time job, running on fumes. She'd forget little things like where she left her coffee. But when it came to her child's doctor's appointment, never missed it. That's not luck. That's her brain filtering. Forgetting the coffee was her mind protecting the real priorities.
So basically, my brain is like security at the club. If you're not on the VIP list, baby, you're not getting in. Priorities only.
Exactly. The spotlight is VIP access, and not everything gets in. So Act 3 reminds us, forgetting isn't failure. It's your brain choosing where to shine the light. It's protecting your focus, helping you keep the main thing the main thing. Coming up in Act 4, we'll uncover how your memory doesn't just delete, it updates. Forgetting makes space for adaptation, for learning, for change. It's not just about focus, it's about evolution. Stay with me. Here's something wild. Your memory is not a filing cabinet. It's more like a remix. Every time you recall something, your brain tweaks it just a little. That's not flaw, it's adaptation. Think about when you study. You don't just store info, you reshape it. Scientists at MIT showed how recalling a memory destabilizes it, then rewires it with new context. That's why we sometimes misremember details. But that flexibility is key. It lets us update our reality. I spoke with a veteran who told me therapy helped him re-record his painful memories. They never disappeared, but over time, the emotional weight changed. That's memory adaptation in action, healing through rewiring.
So you're telling me my brain is like GarageBand? Every time I drag up an old track, it's laying down new vocals? Baby, I've been remixing Trauma and Tea for years.
You got it, Milo. A remix. Sometimes smoother, sometimes louder, but never the same twice. I knew a woman who journaled every day. She said when she reread her old entries, they felt different. Not because the words changed, but because she did. That's the beauty of memory. It grows as we do. So Act 4 teaches us, forgetting isn't just deleting, it's updating. Our memories are living, breathing, evolving. And that's why being human is so powerful. Next, in Act 5, we'll look at how this flexibility doesn't just change you, it unlocks creativity, resilience, and breakthroughs you never thought possible. Let's step into that together. You know what happens when your brain clears out the clutter? It makes room. And in that room, creativity lives. Forgetting isn't just loss, it's liberation. Take artists, for example. Studies show that when you forget unnecessary details, your brain frees up energy to make new connections. One painter I interviewed said her best work came after she stopped obsessing over getting it right. She forgot the rules and found her own style.
So basically, my brain is Marie Kondoing the nonsense, tossing out what doesn't spark joy so I can come up with new drag routines. Baby, that explains everything.
Exactly. Your brain is curating, Milo, making space for you to shine. I read about a group of engineers at Google who purposely forget their first solutions when stuck on a problem. They wipe the whiteboard clean, throw out their old notes, and that's when the breakthroughs come. Forgetting isn't failure, it's a reset button. So maybe we've had it wrong. Forgetting isn't the enemy, it's the partner. Clears the way for creativity, resilience, and joy. We don't need a perfect memory. We need an evolving one. One that helps us adapt, heal, and imagine. So let me ask you this. What's one thing you've been holding on to that you'd actually be better off forgetting? Drop it in the comments. Share your reset moment. Because when we free up space inside, we make room for what truly matters.
And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, or else Ada is gonna make me do a whole episode on my brain clutter. Trust me, y'all ain't ready for that mess.
All right, family. This has been your brain's delete button. I'm Ada Eze. He's Milo Luxe. Stay curious, stay kind, and never be afraid to forget.